Hello children, a big loving welcome to our very own channel Ammu&You, where I, Ammu, is waiting to tell stories to you. And this time, at this festive time of the year, Christmas and New Year, I have lovely Christmas stories for you. So here we go, creepy crawlers and the snowman. There was once a gigantic tractor that ran on tracks, not wheels. Now this tractor was very, very strong, but very, very slow. He crawled along, moving heavy logs through the forest, no faster than a snail. And that is why the lumberjacks called him Creepy Crawler. Moving the trunks of great pine trees was very hard work. As soon as the lumberjacks had cut them down, Creepy Crawler and his driver would carefully drag the logs to the sawmill to be cut into pieces. "You the strongest tractor in the whole forest," said the lumberjacks to the driver as the Creepy Crawler drove through the tall pine trees. "That is why you have been chosen to do a very special job today." "How exciting," said Creepy Crawler. "I shall do my very best." When they reached the middle of the forest, the lumberjacks were busy cutting down the biggest pine tree of all. Its branches almost reached the sky. At last, it toppled to the ground, just missing Creepy Crawler's bonnet. Very carefully, the men harnessed the great tree to the back of the gigantic tractor, and very slowly they moved off. After what seemed ages, they left the forest behind. They traveled slowly past the sawmill and went on into the town. As Creepy Crawler moved steadily through the streets, crowds of people stood cheering and waving. "What's all this about?" Creepy Crawler shouted to the driver. "Hadn't you guessed?" The driver laughed. "The town is going to put up the biggest Christmas tree in the world right in the middle of the square, and you have brought it safely from the forest. This is how we are going to celebrate Christmas and New Year Eve this year." Creepy Crawler felt very proud. In fact, he blushed. "There would be no Christmas tree without you," shouted the crowd. They covered Creepy Crawler with trimming streamers and a long string of sparkling Christmas lights. Now, after all the decoration, everyone was tired, though very excited. They all went to bed, awaiting the next morning. The children could hardly sleep. It was a wintry night, and icy wind started to blow. Then softly and silently, snow began to fall. As children in the square awoke and looked out of their windows, everything was white. The gardens, the roads, and the paths were all covered with a thick blanket of powdery white snow. As if by magic, all the front doors in the square seemed to burst open at once. Out came children dressed in warm scarves, hats, and boots, all shrieking with delight. Dogs were rolling and barking in the snow. Cats were howling to be let back inside with damp paws and wet whiskers. The grown-ups, however, were clearing up with every brush and shovel they could find. "Snow is such a nuisance," they grumbled. "What a dampener to the festive season," they would say. "Isn't it wonderful?" yelled the children. All that day, the children played outside. They had the biggest snowball fight ever seen in the square. And before darkness fell, each had built a snowman by their front gate. What an amazing day it was, and what an amazing sight. That night, the children were so tired, they went to bed early and fell asleep straight away. Now, it may have been the town hall clock striking midnight that woke up all the children, or it may have been the moon shining bright on the snow-covered square, but one by one, every single boy and girl woke up, got out of the bed and looked out of the window. You'll never guess what they saw. Down in the square below, their snowmen were having a wonderful time. Some were shaking hands and hugging one another. Some were dancing up and down or sliding on the slippery paths. How the children stared when their snowmen all joined in a splendid snowball fight in the moonlight. Oh my God! The fun went on and on until the moon went behind a cloud and the square was dark. Then one by one, the tired children slipped back into their warm, cozy beds and fell fast asleep. Next morning, when the children woke up, they all rushed over to their windows, drew back the curtains, and looked into the square. There they saw the snowmen standing perfectly still by each front gate. Perhaps it had been a dream after all. But if the children had looked even more closely that snowy winter's morning, they may have had noticed that all their snowmen had in fact changed places in the night. And how? Having a ball. At Christmas Eve, what fun we have during Christmas. So children, happy Christmas to all of you. Wish you all the love and joy in the world. May all your dreams come true, and may Santa Claus get all the gifts that you have asked of him. Wishing you a very happy new year. Be good, be happy, and keep believing in Santa Claus and the Christmas stories. They are real fun. Ammu loves you. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Wait for me till I come back very soon with another story to narrate to you. Till then, again, a big Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you and your family. Bye-bye.